Hey guys, I'm MG, and today we'll be looking at Crocodile Dundee, which is a 1986 action comedy film that was directed by Pete Fairman and written by all these people, with Paul Hogan playing the main character called Crocodile Dundee. However, are we here to hunt crocodiles or review? I would prefer the second one. So why don't we get started right now? This movie is fine. Like, the main relationship of Dundee and Sue is solid. Is it the best relationship ever? Obviously not, and some of it can feel a bit misguided and out of nowhere. For example, they kiss in Australia, which is pretty sweet, I'll give it that, but when they get back to New York, Sue immediately gets back with her boyfriend Richard, and Dundee seems to accept that. She even says that she loves Richard. That's a little weird because apparently they both forgot that they kissed each other, but I'm sure that's a minor issue. However, it gets to start more and more confusing, because in this scene, they kiss again, symbolizing their love for each other, but then a boring boyfriend proposes Sue, and she accepts it without hesitation. But then when Dundee is about to leave, Sue comes back for no real reason, and tells him that she loves him. That's nice, but also completely out of nowhere, since we never see Sue show regret towards accepting Richard's proposal. And there isn't a single scene with Richard after that, showing that the ending is kind of ridiculous, with both of them getting back together for no reason, and not showing how Richard reacts to it. I'm sorry, it just doesn't make sense in my eyes. I also find their characters not particularly interesting, since they don't have a lot of personality or traits. Dundee is somewhat entertaining, but I don't really find his character compelling enough for me to call him good. And Sue is also kind of bland, where she's kind of like a damsel in distress, so that's fun. Ultimately, they both are kind of weak characters, and their chemistry can be all over the place sometimes, but it's not bad. And I thought Paul Hogan and Linda Kozlowski were pretty good in their acting. Plus, they do have better chemistry than the one in Top Gun, so take that for what it's worth. Let's talk about the other characters now. Walter is a completely pointless character, and I don't like John Mayallon's acting. It just seems quite laggy, and I don't know why. Neville is only in one scene, so he's pointless, but David Goupil was alright. Richard is a completely boring character, and Mark Blum's performance isn't much better. My favorite characters were honestly the background ones. The limousine driver is entertaining, the cab driver is funny, the guys in the Australia pub were amusing, the guy with glasses was intriguing, the guys in the subway were pretty funny, so yeah, they are better characters in my opinion. The story is really aimless as well, with nothing really happening for the majority of the runtime. The pacing is also weird in this film, because some scenes can be too quick, like scaring the hunters away, or too slow, like the dinner scene. So yeah, this movie isn't good, but it has some good stuff going for it. Like I said, most of the performances were pretty good, and the limousine driver is played by Reginald VelJohnson, who was in Die Hard. So props to this movie for making me think of Die Hard. The dance scene with Neville, as entirely pointless as it is, it was still kinda fun. The action sequences were not the best, but still mildly entertaining. The crocodile attack was neat, and the fight in the alley was pretty intriguing. The scenes with Dundee exploring New York City were pretty interesting, and it's honestly an interesting idea to make someone from Australia explore a place they had never been before. So that's neat. The setting is honestly the best part of this movie, with where it shows us the places the characters are in, and has some good cinematography to show those places, so that's cool. The music doesn't work fully, but it was still intimidating, and captured the film's tone really nicely. Overall, this has its moments, but I mostly found it kinda boring, and ended up not being special at all. But still is a fine enough time. 6.4 out of 10. Goodbye everyone, and thank you for watching. Bye.